my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today is part 2 of fixing this dress. Let's get into it. If you haven't already watched part 1, go ahead and check it out. It'll be in the description box below. But a quick overview, what we did is we fixed, as you can see in this clip, we fixed the bottom of the dress as well as the closure. But based on your comments, there are some updates that I'd like to make. The bottom of the dress, I'd like it to be an inch longer, and I think you guys had a good idea that it should be rolled over twice and hemmed rather than the way that I hemmed it. So if I wasn't changing the length, then I would have just taken the hem the way that it was and just stitched it down. But the first step I need to do, since I want to change the length, is go ahead and seam rip what I've done, and then we're going to pin it 1 inch less. I believe this was 3 inches, so we're gonna do 2 inches. Let me get it unpicked and then we'll go from there. So we have got the dress seam ripped. It only took me about 10 minutes and now I've got it repinned. I used a ton of pins. There are a couple spots of pucker, but I think that's fine because the pucker is up here, and this time we are going to stitch at the bottom. So we're going to do 2 rounds of stitches. The first time I'm actually going to do it right side down so that I can see the inside, and I'm going to do a zigzag stitch because this is a stretchy fabric and you're not going to see this one, and then we will trim and fold the fabric. So I'm going to do a zigzag first. Let me show you how I've got it set up, and then we'll trim and stitch again. Here is what our settings look like. We've got a zigzag at 3.5 width, 2.0 length, and I've got it shifted way to the right. So I've got my presser foot here against the edge of the material, which is the bottom of the dress, and we are just stitching, and we're stitching in white, and I think this is going along well. So I'm just going to go around in the whole circle and I'll show you what we'll do next. Here's how it looks. So the next step is I'm going to trim right here. So if we see here, this is the old bottom of the dress. I'm only going to trim this part right here close to this, so that then we can fold it over and stitch again. Here is the original bottom, so you can see that it has 2 stitches, and here is what I'm working on right now. So I'm doing the first stitch. I could do a second stitch, but I think one's going to be just good enough, and you can see here that it is holding down the raw edge. So we've got a raw edge right here, and I am just folding it once, and I'm actually pinning it to make it easier, and I am stitching on the top side with a stitch length of 5.0. We were playing a little bobbin chicken here. We ran out. Look how much is left. Just that much. That's it. So time to wind another bobbin for that little bit. Or I could just put white in the bottom. I'm just going to put white in the bottom. There we go. Here's the new bottom. So here's the exterior, the side that you'll see. And then here is the interior. And you can't tell that I used a white bobbin at the end there. It doesn't matter. So let me try it on again and we'll see. It should be a little longer and the hem on the bottom should look better. Let's try it out. Here is the hem. It's curling up a little, so I'm wondering if we should do a second set of stitches. Don't know. Here is the full dress. There we go. Set our second set of stitches. That should keep the hem down. It's not perfect, but you know, it looks good from afar, I bet. We'll try it on again and I will show you what it looks like. All I did was move the needle over to the right and then I just started sewing. So this is the hem that I have and this is the original. I would say that's pretty darn close. There's a little bit extra at the bottom here. Mine's a little tighter. Maybe that's why it's rolling up, but I think that looks quite good. And if I wanted to, I could, you know, push it down again and do this one more time, but let me try this on. I think this will be what we want it to be. There are some spots here from when I seam ripped, little holes. This definitely isn't my favorite dress, but I have worn this now twice in the last 5 years, and when I wore it out today before these fixes, I actually got some compliments. So even if I don't wear this out and about, it is a comfy dress to wear at home. It's just this fabric isn't the most flattering, and like we've talked about, the wrap style isn't that great, but it is quite comfy. So I'm happy that this will make me want to wear it more. Final reveal. I think the second set of stitches did help it stay down. It looks better now. This is what it looks like. See, you can see everything underneath, but whatever. I think that it is wearable now. With this little bit of excess, I was thinking about like making a scrunchie to go with the outfit. What do you guys think? Here's how it's going so far. I stitched the two pieces together. I cut them in half, stitched them together, stitched the two ends together, and I hope I know where my elastic is. I don't know. Making the tube. Tube turned, elastic found. We're gonna do, I think, 7 inches. I'm just gonna measure my wrist, and you can see some of the stitches here, but it won't matter once it's all scrunched up. The elastic has been stitched down, once vertically, once horizontally, so now to just shut the opening. And there we go, a coordinating dress scrunchie. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.